also need cars from Canada. We have car companies that are not building in Mexico. It was very unfair that they'd build in Mexico and sell them across the border with no tax, no nothing.
The United States is applying a 25% tariff on imports of steel and aluminum. We deeply regret this measure. Tariffs are taxes.
So Trump is making progress with Ukraine, but elsewhere he remains on the war path. He is expanding his trade war. 2 days ago, U.S. markets collapsed. Recession fears triggered a mass sell-off. It wiped out over $1 trillion in one day, $1 trillion. But instead of stepping back, U.S. President Donald Trump is doubling down. He's made it clear that there is no going back on America first.
We've been treated very unfairly by Canada. We've been treated very unfairly by Mexico. But we've been treated very unfairly by every country all over the world.
Elon Musk was by Trump's side when he said all of that. It was, in fact, a special occasion. The president was shopping for a Tesla and hoping to make a point. You see, Tesla has hit a bumpy road. The past few days have been rough for Elon Musk and his car business. The Tesla stock has been plunging, sales have declined. So Trump decided to help out by buying a Tesla car.
Move it around, dude. Really well.
Wow.
I can get on this other side.
That's beautiful. This is a different panel than I've had. Everything's computer. That's beautiful.
With this, Trump declared his full support to Elon Musk. He warned that those who are protesting against Tesla, in fact, he accused them of domestic terrorism. That's what he called the protesters, domestic terrorists. And he said that they are harming a quote-unquote great American company. It's a good spin. Trump is trying to show that he stands behind American companies. He also had a message for investors, those who are betting on U.S. stocks. Trump was asked again about the possibility of a recession. Will there be a recession in the U.S.? That's what he was asked. The last time he was asked this, he refused to rule it out. This time, though, he had a different response. He said there will be no recession in the United States.
Your comments the other day not ruling out a potential recession seemed to rattle the stock markets. The Commerce Secretary said there wouldn't be one.
Boom. Just so you know.
Just specifically on the recession.
Yeah.
Do you think there will be a recession?
I don't see it at all. I think this country is going to boom. But as I said, I can do it the easy way or the hard way. The hard way to do it is exactly what I'm doing, but the results are going to be 20 times greater.
Mr. President, you asked...
And remember, Trump is always right, right?
Trump says the U.S. economy is going to boom. Now, this is a clear U-turn. A few days back, he refused to rule out the possibility of a recession. But now he's predicting a boom. What explains the shift? The market reaction. The last time Trump spoke, he said the U.S. economy is in transition. And that statement triggered a stock market collapse. So now he's changed his tune. But experts are not convinced. Reuters conducted a poll. It spoke to leading economists from the US, Canada, and Mexico, and it asked them if there will be a recession. Look at the result. 95% of the economists from these three countries said yes. They said the risk of a recession is high, not just in the US, but also in Canada and Mexico. And the reason is Trump's tariff war. He is going after more countries now. He is training his guns on Europe. All steel and aluminum imports from Europe now face higher tariffs. The US has hiked them to 25%, and within hours, the European Union shot back. It imposed retaliatory tariffs on America.
The countermeasures we take today are strong but proportionate. As the United States are applying tariffs worth $28 billion, we are responding with countermeasures worth 26 billion euros.
Brussels says it is ready to negotiate, but does Trump feel the same? Highly unlikely. The US president is using tariffs as leverage. He wants investment deals and tangible commitments, and this is the price for lifting tariffs.
tariffs are. They don't want to pay 25% or whatever it may be. It may go up higher. Maybe go up higher. Look, the higher it goes, the more likely it is they're going to build. And ultimately, the biggest win is not the tariff. That's a big win. That's a lot of money. But the biggest win is if they move into our country and produce jobs. That's a bigger win than the tariffs themselves.
Trump is in no mood to slow down. He says he's defending American businesses. In his view, tariffs create a level playing field. So he's expanding his trade war. He started with 3 countries, China, Mexico, and Canada. And now he's added the European Union to the mix. In between, he's also retracted. He has reversed some of his decisions. Like yesterday, he gave more relief to Canada. The tax on Canadian steel and metal is at 25%. Trump wanted to double it and raise it to 50%, but now he's put that plan on hold. And all of this is only adding to the uncertainty and chaos. The US president keeps swinging between extremes. This is making investors and economists jittery. Buying a Tesla that he may not drive and branding protesters as domestic terrorists is not going to help.
Merci beaucoup. Hi, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Namaste, Mr. President.
Bharat Kelogon, Komeri Namaste.
How many people generally follow you in interviews?
Typically in a month, we have viewers up to 150 million. That's more than twice the population of France. And in the last 2 years, we had 3 billion viewers. So I say, Laurent, this is your chance to be famous. You're on Firstpost. One word to describe your equation with Prime Minister Modi.
Amitié.
As India and France work together, are you creating a new era of non-alignment in the technology space?
India is a training superpower. 1 million engineers a year, more than all of Europe and the US combined. So we have that partnership. We have a partnership on the environment and the economy. We also have civilian nuclear programs, and that is something we've developed far beyond the France-India relationship. So we want to work together on AI.
And then comes China with its DeepSeek, creating models at a fraction of the cost. Did that innovation take you by surprise? Did that breakthrough make you sit up and think, what did the Chinese do and how?
But what did DeepSeek do? They took everything that was already available from the last AI model, and then they recalibrated it.
So are you going to ban Chinese AI in France?
So we don't have this American approach of banning tech because of where it comes from.